All right, guys, now we're going to do the cockpit. So go ahead and open up that file or start one and save it, and make sure you save it to the Racecar folder. We're going to jump over to the print. I believe this one is number 7. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. This is a relatively simple part. However, there is a radius in here, and that's going to throw you for a little bit of a loop. But it's okay. I'm here to help you out. We're going to go ahead and start with a simple rectangle. So if I kind of just ignore that this is even here, I can see that this is just a rectangle, and I'm going to start with that. So I've got a width, and if I open up this measurement, 1.370 by height, 0.8. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that. .8 by 1.370. So there's my rectangle, the height and the width, exactly as those two measurements just showed me. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go back to the print. So again, I just put the width, 1.370, and the height, 0.8, to start. Now, I'm not going to extrude it yet because I want to draw this little line going up. Actually, I don't need to draw this line going up. There's a few different ways I could do this. I'm going to draw an arc. Now, arcs are a little tricky, mainly in the order of clicking. So if I go up to Create, Arc, you're going to see that there's 3 options. I generally use the first one. It's called 3-point arc. And there are 3 clicks. Before I do that, I'm going to go back to the print. Notice how the beginning of the arc starts down here, a certain distance off the bottom, which we'll put in a minute. The end of the arc is on the end point of this top right portion of the rectangle. And then it's got a radius. So in Fusion, when I use 3-point arc, my first 2 clicks are going to be the end points. So since one of the endpoints is locking to this corner, I'm going to go ahead and click there. My other endpoint is not locking to the end of the rectangle, but somewhere along the edge. So I'm just going to kind of put it somewhere, but on the edge of the rectangle. So like right there is good. My final and last click is just going to give it the radius. And I'm going to use the dimension tool for that, but for now I'm just going to kind of guess by looking and just clicking. So that looks about right, but now I'm going to press Escape, and I'm going to use my dimension tool to fill in all of the missing unknowns, such as this distance, which is 0.080, dimension from here to there, 0.080. Now I don't need to dimension this point because it's locked to the rectangle, but I do need to dimension the radius. And I don't know what that is until I click on that, which it is 2.900. So let's go ahead and modify that. And you can already start to see that it turns black. I don't have to trim or get rid of these lines because I can just finish my sketch. And all I'm going to do is extrude just the inner portion of this shape. And I can check my print for this dimension here to determine how deep I should extrude it. 310, 0.310, 0.310. And I'm all done. The cockpit has been completed. All right, thanks for watching.